Thank you. I'll call the meeting of the Budget and Finance Committee meeting to order at exactly 6 o'clock. We have some minutes to approve.
Motion to approve the minutes of November 15th, 2022.
I'll second that.
Okay, any discussion?
Nope.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Abstain.
No,
You weren't here.
you weren't here.
That's what I mean. I wasn't here.
Yeah,
So you pointed him and said abstain.
that's
said
it.
abstain.
Yeah.
I will abstain. I will abstain.
All right.
That's what I meant.
So it sounds like you're recording 201.
201. The minutes have been approved. And now I'll entertain a motion for the minutes, to approve the minutes of November 22nd.
So moved.
I'll second. Any discussion?
Nope.
Counselor Wood,
Yes.
Counselor
Abstain.
George, abstain, and
Yep.
Counselor Gallagher, yes, 201. Different person abstaining.
There you go.
Here we go. Public comment. Is there anybody here from the public that would like to comment, make any public comments during this meeting? Anybody in that room, anybody in that little closet there, the door's a little open?
Check.
And no one's on the video, right? They can't be.
No, they can't be.
They can't be. Just checking. No public comment. Legislation referred. Accept, order FY 23-033, acceptance of the elderly services grant.
Motion to recommend.
I'll second that.
There's a motion to recommend. There's a second. Any discussion? How much is this for?
243,480. Up to 243,480.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 3-0. Transfer order FY 23-034, transfer order employee PY, I don't know what that means. Pay retro, I don't know, pay
Prior year.
prior year.
Prior year.
Prior year retro. So it's like a double retro. Prior year retro.
Yeah, that was done
It's double back.
2 years
Longevity. And this is for an employee,
for 2 employees.
2 employees. Any,
Now, is this something that they should have gotten in 2022?
Yes.
Any, just out of curiosity, any particular reason why we're paying it in 2023?
Well, they, so when we do payroll, we usually, the people that are eligible for longevity will plug their longevity payment in as whatever we make that payment. I can't remember if it's January 1st payroll or July 1st payroll. I don't remember. So they moved, both of them, different departments, different circumstances, but they both moved from union employees to non-union employees. And so they assumed when they did that, that they lost their longevity. Well, they didn't lose their longevity. They have the longevity through the personnel code. So that essentially we owe them for the prior, both of them for the prior year retro or prior year longevity.
Oh, goofy.
so my concern is, I'm going to approve it, Michael, but I do think that the prior fiscal year for $6,273, I think that we have to use one-time stabilization for that. But the current amount for the current fiscal year 2208, I mean, I think that it would have been better to try to absorb that amount within the current budget from some other account. But that's just my opinion, but I'm
that's a good point.
comfortable with approving it as is, but in the future,
I think we have some wiggle room in some of the
yeah.
salary and wages
I know.
for 2023, so
Oh, yeah.
shouldn't be a problem to cover the 2208.
But I'll accept it as it is, because, I mean, in the future, we should try to do that. Anyway, we
You're
have,
making that as a motion?
well, do you think you can, I don't want to, if it's a significant change, I don't really want to bring it back to us. And I don't know
Talking about in the future.
I'd say in the
In the
future,
future,
let
yeah,
this
yeah.
one go, but
Yeah.
I think in the
Right.
future.
I'll
we
make
should-
a motion to recommend.
I'll second that.
Okay, any further discussion? Okay, all those in favor, Councilor Wood,
Aye.
Councilor George,
Aye.
Councilor Gallagher, yes, 3-0. Next one is the Bridgewater Public Library Staff Association, which is the BPLSA bargaining contract ratification. So this is 2020, okay, 3 years, yeah. Any discussion on it?
Any significant changes from the prior contract?
The most significant thing is actually, this is the last unit that's not on our step schedule.
Okay,
And they've resisted that for a couple of cycles now. So finally, we're getting them onto the step schedule, which is much better, quite honestly, for them. So that's really the biggest change. Otherwise, a little nipping around the edges and cleaning up some language.
perused it the other day. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I'm fine with it too.
So what is the percentage? Where is that?
So it's not a percentage across the board, because what we did is we took where each of the employees are now and then reclassified them into the new step schedule. And so what we said was wherever you are now, will up you to the next step. So for some people, that could have been like tiny, minuscule increase. For other people, that could be up to 2.5%. So it was,
Well, I think page 6 of 9 indicates where they're going. Right, yeah.
yes, yep, exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
The only other comment I have about this is that I believe, based on a resolution approved by the council, is on page 2, we got rid of the term Columbus Day, didn't we? Didn't we?
So yes and no.
Okay,
You can't remove a state holiday. Just because we changed it
okay,
to
so,
recognize that you can't remove the
so
state
to
holiday.
have them both there is fine.
Yes.
Okay, I stand corrected. Okay,
Make a motion to recommend.
Second.
second. Any further discussion? Counselor George,
Yes,
Counselor Wood.
Yes.
Counselor Gallagher, yes, 3-0. Item D, order FY 23-036, contractual settlement. Bridgewater Public Library Association. So now we fund it, right?
Exactly. This funds what we just approved. Exactly.
What is the account? It just says transfer general fund.
That is money that actually may come from also may come from one time. So when we anticipate union negotiations, we put the money, what we think, whatever the money will be, into the one-time stabilization so that we can preserve it. We don't identify it as that for obvious reasons. But let me just double check.
So this order just brings them up to the contract.
Yeah,
so these are retro payments.
the one portion.
So the 17,614 is retro, the 5,500 for full-time salaries, is that retro as well, or is that
No, that's this year.
for this
That
year?
would be the adjustment for this year.
Okay,
This fiscal year.
I'll make a motion to recommend.
I'll second it.
Okay, any discussion? Counselor George,
Yes,
Counselor Wood,
Yes.
Counselor Gallagher votes yes, 3-0. And for the final legislation referred is E, FY 23-037, transfer to Water Enterprise Fund. We have a order to transfer from retained earnings $135,000 to the Water Capital Fund for water hydraulic feasibility study. What are we still studying? Didn't we just
So-
millions of dollars or something?
So this looks at the distribution system. The reason I guess the reason they call it a hydraulic study is that it looks at the capacity and the capability of your distribution system to supply water to all your customers. As part of this study, this really, came to life because of this summer's drought. So what they'll look at is the storage capacity in the towers, whether or not we need additional storage capacity to make sure that we have a supply of water regardless of drought conditions. And then they'll look at the distribution system, pipe sizing, the ability to tie in Vernon Street wells, whether we tie those in and pipe the water to the treatment plant at Carver's and then into the distribution, into the system, or if we treat at the well site or build another treatment plant. So we get actually a lot of bang for the buck out of this.
How long will it take to get the results?
6 months. I think it'll happen sooner than that. I think they'll be done sooner than that, but
So about the time the new water treatment plant should be coming online?
the two are sort of unrelated. But yeah, about that same time, April. May.
So-
Actually, the water plant's April, and they've committed to June, but I think they'll get the
Okay,
results
all
back.
around the
sooner.
same time.
And this is coming from, pretty much, this is coming from their reserves. It's not going to reflect any rate increase or anything.
No, we've done well, not right now. We've done the rate increase that we think is necessary, so.
Make a motion to recommend?
I'll second that.
Any other discussion? Counselor George,
Yes.
Counselor Wood,
Yes.
Counselor Gallagher votes yes, 3-0, that passes. Is there any public comment at this point in our meeting? You're in there, come on. You're in there, come on. And no one's online, so at 6:12 PM, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
So, second.
Third.
Was in favor? Yes, we are adjourned at 6:12 PM.
Yes.
Those are the two. So the